I've been in this weird in-between space with gaming throughout this entire year. You know the moment after you finish a really great game, and suddenly you feel completely stuck. You sit down at night ready to play something, and instead of playing, we've all been there, you stare at a box of games, you stare at a Steam library, and you just kind of pause wondering, like, what should I play? And the funny part is, the question in my head isn't what sounds fun right now. It's always like, okay, what should I be playing? And maybe this is because I make like YouTube content. I've got a big backlog in my mind of stuff I want to play and stuff I want to beat. But the moment I start thinking in terms of the word should, it kind of falls apart. And the vibe, I have to look pretty closely at myself as to why I'm putting that kind of additional pressure on it. It's always been a thing for me. It hits harder now that time is more limited. When you only have a little window to play something, choosing, I'm going to use quotes here, the wrong thing feels like you wasted the night. It's like, you get home late, you start making dinner, it kind of sucks. It's so late. It's just like, okay, whatever, I got to deal with it. And this year, Expedition 33 was so incredible. I know I've told the story before, but after I beat it, I felt completely lost. That game was so good and it stayed with me so much, but for 3 months after that, I just bounced from game to game to game because nothing really was sticky like that. Nothing felt that good, even though I didn't necessarily need another experience that big. I didn't want it. I needed like some time. So I'd open Steam, I'd scroll, check my backlog list, I'd scroll, and it turned into a cycle where there was so much decision fatigue and analysis paralysis and overthinking, which is so dumb. Let's make this clear, by the way. This is a first world problem. Oh no, what should I play next? Playing games is a total luxury. I totally get it. And if you've got the time and the energy and the ability to do so, that is awesome. But that's also why it's kind of interesting, I think, because even though it's a small problem, air quote problem, it shows how tired and stretched thin you can get as you age and as you get older and there's more responsibilities. You just want that one moment of comfort at the end of the day. And somehow even just picking a game, our dumb brains turn it into a stressful affair, or maybe it's just mine. So I get it, it's not a real problem, but it's just a little emotional conundrum in this hobby. So right now I'm bouncing between a bunch of different games and I'm like completely happy, by the way. This year has been super fun for gaming. I'm going through Sonic Frontiers, a little bit of Final Fantasy 16, Armored Core 6, and an old Skyrim save. And normally I'm a one game at a time person, at least with narrative games. If you watch the channel, I kind of have this like methodology where I kind of do a little research before I pick a story game, check out howlongtobeat.com, make my decision, and try not to start too many story games at once because I just lose the plot, forget the controls, and it just, I don't know. It feels not that fun, right? But I'll be honest, half the time, I really don't know what even I am in the mood for, like what I want to play. Life gets full, work gets hard, and we carry all of this stuff around in our heads. And then the moment comes where a hobby like gaming could help. You could recharge. And my brain just goes blank. It like betrays me. And the weird thing is, those hard moments are usually when relaxing hobbies like gaming can help you the most. I think a lot of it comes down to trying to force the feeling. Trying to replicate that sense of magic on command. And you just can't do that. You can't control what's going to hit emotionally. You can't plan out joy like it's a meeting. You can't schedule it, right? Sometimes you just have to try something, boot it up, see how it feels, and if it doesn't land, that's totally cool. You can keep playing it or you can move on. Some of the best gaming nights I've ever had came from total random picks. Stuff I wasn't sure about, stuff I just started because the icon looked cool. Case in point, Sonic Frontiers is actually pretty fun. I remember like not paying super close attention when it came out, but knowing it got dunked on pretty hard for performance issues and people saying how average it was or whatever. And I don't remember, maybe it's an 8 out of 10 on Metacritic, but it's actually a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying playing it. I've had Armored Core 6 in my Steam library since the last summer sale, and I've bounced on and off the game. I haven't put more than like 5 or 6 hours in, and every time I boot it up, it's like, this game is so sick. This is super fun. And granted, I know that one is more universally praised, but a lot of that choice just came down to, I don't know, I'll boot this up tonight and giving it a shot and kind of sticking with it. And if it's not feeling good, putting it down and maybe it's more fun later. I'm trying to get back to more of that. It's not, okay, think about when you're a kid. Not in the rose-tinted glasses way, but when you were a kid, you didn't really overthink your hobbies, or at least I don't remember overthinking them to this degree. They weren't obligations. You weren't tracking a backlog as a kid, I can guarantee you that. Maybe you were, I don't know, but most of my friends weren't like loading up spreadsheets worth of games. I don't do that, but you know, if you do, more power to you. You just played something because you felt like it. And I think as adults, we kind of lose that without even noticing. Not because we don't love games, but because everything else in life trains us to think about time like it's slipping through your fingers. You get so used to maximizing every minute that even your downtime becomes something you try and optimize, min-maxing your relaxation, your recharge time. So here's where I am trying to land. I want to listen to what I want to play. Not what looks efficient, not what I should finish next, just what sounds nice for right now in this moment. And most of the time that is just enough. And also accepting the fact that there's going to be some sessions where I boot something up, it's not super fun, I may not like it, it didn't fit, but who cares? You know? If you've been stuck in the same kind of limbo where choosing feels harder than playing, maybe it's worth giving yourself permission to be a little more random with your choices. Play something and bounce off of it. Rotate games, try some demos, who cares? Start something completely outside of your wheelhouse, especially with the Steam Winter Sale coming up. I would encourage you to buy a game that's completely outside of the genres that you play. It can be really fun. I don't do grand strategy, but I picked up a few of those games on the Steam Summer Sale, and I had a lot of fun. In fact, I had a ton of fun. I got Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is like a zoo tycoon game on this last Steam Summer Sale for like, I don't know, $2 or $3. It was incredibly fun. I picked up the 2013 Tomb Raider and finished that. That was way fun and not something I really paid much attention to back in the day when it came out. I got House Flipper 2, which is one of those like kind of silly sim games that I've put a few hours in, and it's just, there's something fun about trying and taking a risk and putting no pressure on it. Because the best gaming experiences usually don't come from the best decisions, the perfect decisions. They happen because you actually just took the time to interact with the hobby. You played something. And honestly, that's kind of the whole thing, right? Making some choice. Even a messy one, even the wrong one, it's almost always better than just kind of sitting there frozen, waiting for the moment to arrive. Momentum beats overthinking, and starting beats stressing out. 9 times out of 10, once you're actually in a game, that pressure typically goes away. And that is what I'm going to try and do a little bit more of here as we get closer to the new year. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a great day. Share your thoughts down below, and I will see you again very soon.